Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. Oh my goodness, it's been what feels like forever, and I'm so sorry. I have some very exciting news. Josh and I are expecting our fourth baby. This has been a long time coming. I don't even know where to begin. Currently, I am 16 weeks pregnant. So I'm over the hump of the first trimester and all the morning sickness and all the awfulness that just comes with that. It's just intense. Raina is 20 months old now. Ava is 12 and Mila is 10. And we have been trying / not trying since Raina was about well, we just let it in God's hands since she was at over 6 months old. And then we decided that to really try after she was a year. I think she was 13 months when I started getting my cycle back. And now when I was pregnant with Mila, I was still nursing Ava and I had not gotten my cycle back yet. So I knew that you could get pregnant prior to your first period. That was not the case this time. I tried and I tried and I tried. We were tracking ovulation. We were, I was wearing the Ava bracelet. It was just, there was a lot. And then, you know, when you want something so badly and it just isn't happening, it was devastating each month. But we were insanely blessed with the 3 children that we had. But we knew that with Raina, we didn't want her to feel like an only child because of the age difference of Ava and Mila. Now, something that I did not mention, which I might do a whole separate video. Sorry if you see me looking down. Raina's sleeping, so I'm just looking at the monitor. I might do a whole separate video on this at some point, but we ended up having a miscarriage. That was in August, and it's currently February. So that was hard, especially when we were trying. Miscarriage is hard for anybody at any time for any reason. You never want to have, the loss of a baby, the loss of a life, anything along those lines happen. So we were processing through that, and then when I ended up getting pregnant with this baby, I actually had to go in for my yearly. So I went in to see my doctor, and this was, I think, 2 months after the miscarriage, 2.5. I'd have to look at the date specifically. And I was in my 2-week wait. So I was currently like 6 days past ovulation. And I was worried that going in for my yearly that it could potentially cause harm to implantation or, mess with my cervix, things along those lines. And I brought all these concerns up to her and she said absolutely not. But she also put me on progesterone just in case, because when I was having the miscarriage, my progesterone level was really low. And so we decided that I would start around 8 days past ovulation to either 7 or 8 days past ovulation to start the progesterone. And it was once at night. I started taking it orally. It was not fun. I actually took it the month before also when we were in our 2-week wait, but I made the call on my own to do that. I should have checked with the doctor, but luckily I talked to her the month before, because when I had the miscarriage, she prescribed progesterone to me in the hopes that we would get pregnant again and to just start it right away. So it was under her order and everything. But so with that, I really was not feeling the best on progesterone. And I actually talked to my pharmacist and I said, is there another form of progesterone to take? And she said, you can actually take the oral, because I heard that there was oral and there was one that you can insert. And then I think there's topical too. but she said the one that you can take orally, you can actually insert also. So she recommended doing that at night, and that's what I ended up doing. I was having headaches and dizziness, and like I would just get so lightheaded sometimes and feel like I was gonna pass out almost. It was not fun. So when I talked to the pharmacist on my next refill, she was just like, yeah, go ahead and do it, vaginally. And I was like, great. Now that has side effects too. From what my doctor said, there is no harm at all in taking progesterone. However, every medication that we're taking could have potential side effects, right? And for my body, I guess the progesterone was just a lot for me. So it made my nausea more nauseous. It upset my stomach. I feel like potentially made me more cranky. But I'm off progesterone now, and I know I still get spicy sometimes. So you never know. But anyway, so my first trimester until I was 12 weeks, I was taking progesterone. And then once my body kicked in to making its own progesterone, which is around 9 or 10 weeks, that's when your placenta starts taking over with the progesterone production. I had seen my doctor around 12 weeks, and I called them beforehand. They were like, no, you can just keep taking it until we see you. We just wanted to talk to you about things. And I was like, okay. So I took that until 12 weeks, and then they were like, okay, you can stop. They didn't have me wean. They didn't have me do anything like other than just stopping it. And I was like, okay. That made me nervous, obviously, because I just didn't want anything bad to happen to the baby. But thankfully, I'm 16 weeks as of yesterday, and we just saw the baby yesterday on an ultrasound. We saw the baby also at, I want to say 7 weeks maybe. I think it was 7 weeks on an ultrasound to confirm that it was one baby and that everything was good and the baby was where it should be and not in my fallopian tube or anything along those lines. And it is. Everything's great so far with the baby. So our next ultrasound will be, I'll probably do it around 21 and a half weeks, closer to 22 weeks, and that'll be the anatomy scan. However, we did find out the gender yesterday. We actually did the sneak peek blood test, and that was 100% correct. So we found that out around Christmas. We had Josh's family come over, and this was the first time that we actually found out without knowing also. My brother-in-law did the gender reveal surprise thing for us, and I will play a video on that also and go over that. But this is just to introduce the pregnancy to you guys and let you know that we are expecting baby number 4 due July 23rd, approximately. I always typically go over with my babies, so I'm assuming it's going to be like July, I don't know,